Happy Tuesday out there. How's it going, everyone? Hope you're doing well. In the place we like to call Hexaco, in the world at large. What interesting and fun times we've been having. Oh, I just came back from the PLS 369. Shout out to all the organizers and everyone there. Had a great time. Met a lot of people. And yeah, Centurion, how's it going? Welcome. I got to see a lot of people out there. Some of y'all missed as well, like Prairie Banana. I think I saw you, but I literally didn't even get a chance to say it. There are a lot of people I've seen. I'm like, oh, I've streamed with them before, or I've talked to them, or I know them, or I know their face in some way. And it was a whirlwind, but great time. Of course, the mega stream with DCC and Charlie and everyone there in the studio. It was fantastic. Had a really good time. It was a whirlwind, 100 miles an hour, just boom. This there. Got to get on stage with Randy and Marlon and Nate as well from DJ Roundtable, and had a great conversation there. So hopefully that'll be live at some point too. But boy, are you not winning right now? Does it not feel like you're winning if you don't look at the price chart? That's why the stream is called PulseChain Bulls Only, at least as of now. You all know you've been watching the show for a while. I tend to take a very measured, objective approach to a lot of things on here. But boy, every once in a while, I'm just like, I can't. Noise, go away. I cannot do noise right now. So, not that I've been on Twitter enough, at least reading it, to see any noise. I've certainly been posting an extra amount in the last couple of days. I think I was just really energized from the conference. Honestly, I came back and even when I was there and stuff too. Just all the energy. I was like, you know what? I need to go create some more value. So I feel like that's a good thing to do, right? So anyways, good day to everyone. I'm not leaving yet, but just good. Hope you're having a good day out there. Red Squirrel, number one. You're not number two, you're number one. You're always number one in the chat. Yoden, how's it going? Got some cool, fun stuff to talk about. Maybe you might laugh a little bit. May have some fun this stream. Won't go for too long, probably about 30 minutes or so, but welcome. 0 day, the bottom's in. I had a coworker pleb call me last night because he knows PTC dropped and he wanted to know if she should sell. Oh yeah, it is one of those like, is this your first? It's like not even like, is this your first day in crypto? Is this your first cycle? Is this your first week? You need the aging meme, the one with Leo DiCaprio when he's the movie where he's fighting the bear. He's like, oh, this is your 6 months in crypto. Looks like it ages you, or puts some pressure, puts some strain. Sometimes pressure creates diamonds, though. And certainly, I hope that's what we do in this ecosystem. We like to mint the millionaires. Let's get some more millionaires minted. Let's pump those millionaire numbers up, right? Let's do it. If you don't believe, then it's up to you. But I prefer to believe in higher calling, a higher price on the charts, a greener candle, if you will. What's up, Fox Monitor? No block kind of this stuff to do. Nice. You put a cow there. That's some others. Nice. Yeah, I didn't even put an emoji in the title today. So there's that. Good evening, all. How's it going? Condor, welcome. What's happening, everyone? Welcome, Mark. Crypto Kong. How's it going, man? I got to meet this guy as well. So many great people out there in our community, just kicking ass, taking names, kicking ASS. Guys are killing it out there. Appreciate you all. We're going to start this show off with this one. Shout out to our guy, Crispy Man. This is when I first saw it, cracked me up. I was like, oh no, Crispy sitting there all professional. Somebody memed it. What was the first time I saw it? It was like when you've been sitting on your crypto bag for years, or you're down or something like that. Oh man, he's probably just sitting there thinking about some kind of more value he can produce or otherwise contribute to the ecosystem. And then somebody comes up and puts a caption on, this man is going to pump your bags. Just be patient. There you go. That's actually probably the more accurate response, is this guy's going to pump your bags. So feel free to take that in. He is awesome. Hexfire.io. And man, we shout out to Crispy Man. They just somebody that happened to snaps this picture when he's as Fox says, laser focused. But yeah, we love Crispy in the community. So shout out to Crispy Man showing up, putting in work, got to talk to you briefly at the conference as well, and getting on stage again, going. One thing's online, streaming, creating content, building, writing code, websites, whatever it is you feel like you can create value with. Another thing is going in person, meeting people, networking, showing people that you are, you are here to win in so many different ways. So I had a ton of speakers, a ton of people at the conference, just putting in work, creating a lot of value. And boy, Crispy is definitely one of them. So shout out to Crispy. He is awesome. And so fun, these things. So y'all missed a lot. If you weren't in Vegas, you were missing. You're missing out a little bit. I'll say that. We had a great time. So moving on, Bulls only over here. Look at this. I actually missed this. I don't even, I don't know who has notifications turned on when Richard tweets. I do. So I see things, pretty quick if they don't show up in the feed already. But boy, he said, what do you say, Ethereum? Posted the chart of there. He's like, gotta catch it when it's green real quick. Let me do that. And but then he started drawing some chart stuff, some good looking chart stuff. And then just translate for everyone. PLS, shout out to PLS Validator, has a lot of great tweets out there too. A man just drew an ascending channel on his PulseX chart. We're still alive, folks. So Richard remaining bullish, really put in the work to make sure we all understand that he is not left, that he may not be here in person, he may not be here on live stream, but for some reason he has chosen the X platform to communicate outside of if you think he communicates on the blockchain or not. And I don't know, pretty bullish stuff. And there's plenty of things you could just be like, oh, is this, of course, every day you can see the price is down. But why focus on that when you have potential? Give me some more lines, everyone. Give me some more. I know everyone's like, the stock market's crashing, crypto's crashing, Bitcoin's down. We have all this news. It feels like the end of the world. We're at the bottom of the cycle. The bull market's over. Just sell everything. And I'm coming up here to tell you that I believe in glory for this ecosystem. And I wouldn't surprise me if a lot of other assets went up as well. So you ain't shaking me out. How about that? Been here, following Richard 7 years. Been streaming for coming up on 3rd year anniversary. I feel as if, I've seen it all type of deal. Nah, I'm good. And I certainly hope a lot of people make their dreams come true in this cycle or next cycle, one of those. But you have an opportunity to make a lot of good decisions out there. Selling early, historically, or just not participating at all, historically speaking, hasn't been the best move from what I understand. So sometimes the best move is doing nothing. Again, not giving anyone advice, not telling anyone what to do. But if you're too broke to buy, I hope the people out there who aren't selling realize the maddest of gains. So you never know. Never know if we get an opportunity to do that. By the way, chat, engage, get in here now. I need you on this one. Tell me, how many days will crypto pump in 2025? What do you think? Bonus if you tell me what month you think it's going to start. But give me an answer here. I don't want to tank the poll. Give me your answer so I can make sure it is representative of the people in the community. However, you could have already voted. If you give me that answer, I can't do anything about that. The show must go on. We got to get some kind of answer, but I'm just not going to answer it. So anyways, wow, Foxman. Usually I got to start with elevator. I got to start threatening the elevator music. Foxman or pops in there. 90, he's paying attention now. I appreciate that, man. Awesome. So let's go with 90. Turns out that is the 3rd highest answer according to the poll, 90 days. So 60 or less. A lot of people think 60. I mean, what does so many say? I feel like I've heard it 7,000 times, but it says the number of days of euphoria was it like 50 days or something like that? I can't remember. Yeah, let me know if you remember that as well. But it could be a brief period of time where most of the gains happen, at least. It could technically pump. It could, price could go up and down, but more up for, a good part of the year or next year or whatever too. But I guess in this, I'm trying to bring out the euphoria part of the crypto pump. So it'd be interesting. And also saying whenever the first rate cut happens, that I don't know. Is there a game of chicken happening right now between the executive branch and the Federal Reserve? Like I imagine we want price go up, but need macro conditions to warrant such thing. And then, well, you want macro conditions, Mr. Powell? Yeah, just pretend time. Who knows what's going on up there? But boy, that'd be interesting. Hex Monkey, how's it going, man? Good to see you out there as well. We're consolidating here for a while, and then Moontime. That would be ideal. I certainly like to see that. Starting 420 for 240 days. Starting 420 for 420 days. Oh, you're saying starting on April 20th. From there, 240 days. I wouldn't mind that. That's it. Could be 420, could be 512 PulseChain birthday. Anywhere through there would be pretty good. But I think the consensus is it ain't March. So if you're expecting a huge sustained pump in March, I imagine that would be the minority opinion out there. I haven't heard a lot of people call for that one yet. A lot of people call for that. Otherwise, they're like, it's over. What somebody say we've been in the bear market for 2 years now or something. There's like another different cycle theory that came up the other day. Anyways, Hexagon Contractor, how's it going, man? Welcome. Gabriel Torres, Steak, USA, and Muscles. I like those three things. Let's go indeed. PulseChain Bulls only. We're doing a Bulls only stream today. Shout out to Wells only. Shout out to some of the awesome community members we have in this ecosystem. So we got Win Crypto Pump. We got Richard drawing some ascending triangle deals. We got in-person conferences, best community, most showed up community, most showing up. How many was that? What's the adjective for that? The most showing up community. We're going to go with that. In-person events. I guess there's no X-person events. I guess X-person events would probably be on stream, but the most of those two. What's their number? 70 plus streamers? One of those? Pretty good. All right. I know I've said 100 times that the monetary policy, if you were to guess, or I guess I could say it wouldn't surprise me if we are in the season of price go up after yield be slashed lots. Monetary policy change as well. I feel like a broken record saying that so many times. Even talked about it a little bit on the mega stream with the DCC and guys as well. But I mean, to me, that's like honestly the most bullish thing is the monetary policy change within the ecosystem. Speculation on positioning for the whales and otherwise to get ready for price go up. If you don't, I don't know. I haven't heard the case again. I would actually like to hear the case against why that wouldn't lead to, why that wouldn't like kick off the glory run. Like why wouldn't instead of March, April, May or something like that, will we look back and see that actually, February 28th or whenever the policy changes started, was that the start of the bull run, at least, or the positioning to take advantage thereof within PulseChain. And then we wait for the macro events and all that stuff too to happen. It's interesting to see the different strategies tried too. By the whales, by the communities, the different marketing and different pieces that, again, how do you market PulseChain now? If we don't have green candles and we don't have high yield in the core products, I mean, how do you get people in? So it felt like we got to have one of those. So if this could be, maybe this is the period, the in-between time, the non-fun in-between time, true believers only. Yes, I'm confused, but I still have conviction time. Who knows? Also, I like this bonfire report. I don't know, maybe that's something, like look at this ecosystem, they're burning tons of coins. Maybe that's actually a marketing thing. The ecosystem of, you got to say this in a way that doesn't sound negative. The ecosystem that's on fire, maybe not the ecosystem that's burning down. But I mean, I guess you could say burning down the token supply. How about that? This ecosystem It's literally on fire. They are burning down the token supply. Reminds me of that meme. What is it? The Joker meme, cash. Yeah, the cash fire one. Yeah, when he's like setting on there. Reminds me, I haven't seen a buy and burn with this. Let me know if there is one. Somebody put a cat face on. Yeah, kind of like that. PulseChain tokens, especially the buying too. You get the burning. Burning's one thing, but the buy and burn, it's pretty cool. I like that. Over past 24 hours, 680 million PLS burned. Native gas token burned. Inflationary, however, with volume and other ripe ecosystem components that go up, can become deflationary. I'll pull up a chart in that just a second to show you. And then the deflationary coin, which has been getting a lot of volume and traction on this stuff too, 6.42 billion PulseX burned. That's pretty cool. So if we go to apphex.win/chain, that'll give you some PulseChain statistics. Take a look at those real quick. And yeah, they added this to the top, which is pretty cool too. Got the gas price, active validated about 48, cool 48,000 validated. I feel like the number went up. It was 47,000 the other day, I believe. We get a couple more hundred validators coming online. And you got the prices here as well. The price history, and then active wallets up and to the right, 1.3 million total active wallets. And then daily active wallets is the number that I think is really often a sign of pumping of the ecosystem. So we had a few days where we got around 20K or so, but yeah, I said for a while now, I'd like to see us get up to around 30, 40, 50K on active wallets. Maybe, hopefully we'll see that this year as well. Daily transactions, again, had a couple spikes as well. I'm sure Pump.Tires is putting in some work on a few of these different metrics, but boy, look at this PLS issued burned. So it's been deflationary, for a little while now, even before Pump.Tires. We've had more days than not, but man, that is burning supply. All these things add up to be very, very bullish. If we could just get some other traction in the ecosystem and on the marketing side and the macro events as well, that would be, I wouldn't be shocked if a number go up based on, just imagine the whirlwind of all these, you could cherry pick pieces here and there to put together to make a case of, why the tokenomics are bullish, or, why the money coming in is bullish and why the volume's bullish and all this stuff. But once you have everything together, and if you believe in these narratives of like perfect storm, you believe in, all these different pegging, or you believe in the rotation of SAC funds, or you believe in the everyone aping in because they know the price is going up. By the way, again, why do people buy coins? Generally speaking, they think the price is going to go up. Why do people sell coins? They think the price is going to go down, or they're just cashing out. So they think, that they're happy with their earnings so far. So keep that in mind when you see massive selling and massive buying. I would say it's probably for one of those reasons. Either they think the price is going to go up, or they think the price is going to go down. One of those. So lots being burned. That's pretty cool. Let me go to chat real quick. Catch up with you all. Mr. Chuck, with technical analysis, we are one double bottom chart away from reverse from bearish to bullish. I would like to see a reversal there. Yeah, from bearish to bullish, sir. That'd be awesome. Hex Wizard, how's it going? Welcome. It'd be a lot easier route to bear if the PulseX farms had not APRs. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, I think, again, there's plenty of speculation on why the knobs were turned down for that. Honestly, I think that it was just to get people to stop selling. Get people to, I think there's two reasons for the yield getting slashed. As far as just like fundamental wise. One is to, now you have less inflation to sell coming out. So you're going to pull out the liquidity and, leave the ecosystem permanently or temporarily because you're here for the yield. And that could lead, maybe you were selling or otherwise and making profits on it. Or or you're able to, or it's to incentivize people to, again, not just sit here and earn yield, go put in some work, go do marketing, go, not just get the yield and sell it type of deal. So I think it was to change those two behaviors, a couple of those behaviors. And then I guess the third one you could throw in there is a shift to, hey, now that we're ecosystem for yield, that's the main attraction for people to come in. If we can't attract them for yield, well, and of course we got all these other narratives that are more popular when there's when times are good and macro conditions are good and everyone's making money. It seems like everyone loves DeFi a lot better. They're more into personal sovereignty and stuff when they're making money, right? They can afford to care about it a little bit more than other times. But it could really be this, hey, we had a season for yield. We had a season to get in. Everyone was able to get their yield for the past, year and a half or so. And now it's time to go up. So the policy changes reflect that. Again, pure speculation. But I think it's an interesting one. Oh, Hex Bagger. Yo, my God, needs some copium. Yep. I mean, bulls only. Again, there's so many times I've talked about the other side of things and very objective, but today I'm going to focus on the positive vibes needed. There you go, Cody Polly. Let's go on. Canada's 20% tax rates suspend. Yeah, I mean, all that's, I don't know. I don't really pay a lot of attention to it, especially when things can happen so quickly. And it's kind of like, I was watching Big Pep the other day. Listen to, watch what they do, not what they say. I feel like every day in the news, you're going to hear some policy or some politician say something or even when they're like, even on X, when they're like, oh, this country is now buying Bitcoin. It's like, I don't know. I just don't think it's good data. I think it's relevant sometimes more than others. But more than anything, I think people just use it for dopamine hit. And I prefer my emotions not to be the color of the candles. So when things are really good, yeah, I'm going to be excited. I'm going to talk about it, going to promote it, probably, give a little boost in energy. But when things aren't, I'm not going to read too much into it either. So I'm sure it's not easy to do, but I'm grateful I've learned to hone it a little bit. How's it going? I like those flames. Pretty good. Pretty good. I know that with Hex, the value is going up, not just price. I think value is something that, right, price is what you pay, value is what you get. There are a lot of things I think are less valuable than Hex and that the people buy to try to get a better price from, try to get price appreciation. And it may work, but what is the cost for that too? How much does it take you away from, the community, the core focus? I could change my name to Community Coin Maxi and do a stream every single day and never talk about Hex. Totally do. There's plenty of projects. There's plenty of good projects out there too that I could spend time, attention, metrics, focus. I could show you all these shots. Some of them got projects and sites and stuff. I could just focus on that. I could totally ignore the core coins. I'm gonna focus on all the community projects being leveraged. I'm gonna get into all that. I'm gonna join those communities, all this stuff. It's not me. I think that's the core coins are first, and they probably always will be for me. For what I like to talk about. And I have projects on. I've had people on. I have founders on discuss. But like I said, somebody's got to talk about Hex and PulseChain. Somebody's got to talk about it. So it's kind of funny that it feels like a minority of the content now. And I know the red candle syndrome and all this stuff, the broadening of community with PulseChain, it makes sense. But I tend to not do what everyone else does anyway. So it's on brand, right? There you go. I like the Hex coin. I like other stuff, but I like that coin a lot. Last 3 years been annoying. That is the sentiment you'll definitely find plenty of people agree with you on. But I don't know what trope do you want for this one? Nothing easy is worth it. I certainly hope that, again, the people, I hope there's less people who get frustrated and sell at a loss and leave and don't make any money and take that away from the ecosystem, I don't want that to be a takeaway. I know it probably will be, just based on the chances and likelihood, and just, everyone do whatever they want. Price of freedom is sometimes you make the wrong choice, right? Or the least profitable choice. Sometimes you choose short term, and sometimes you have to. There's a lot of people, again, I don't yell at anyone. Well, two reasons I don't yell at anyone about price or selling, for example. One, everyone can do whatever they want. If that affects me negatively, then it affects me negatively at a macro level on the price. That is not up to me. That's nothing I can control. And I want everyone to have that sort of freedom. Okay. But the second thing is, that's just part of the shakeout too, right? Like that's what a shakeout is. Everyone's like, oh, I know what a shakeout is. I can handle it. And then when you get down to the real shakeout, they're like, oh, maybe it's not so easy. Maybe, there's plenty of ways to convince yourself you'd be better off not in this ecosystem. So I hope, for whatever, and sometimes you just need money. Sometimes you just need money. And I don't fault people. I don't know their personal financial situation. I don't know if they're selling because they're just perpetually dumping on everyone, or if they're selling because they need to pay for whatever life expenses they have. So I would encourage everyone to have some compassion out there too, and not just, you don't have to reward people for behavior you don't like, but you also, I don't know, I like to kind of not assume I know everything about them, and not assume it's bad intentions either at the same time. So patience wearing thin, I'm still here. Again, Cody Polly, may you have the maddest of gains. If you're making the choices for delayed gratification, you've been stacking coins and avoiding selling them. And then if we do get to an opportunity where the tens, hundreds, thousands of X's happen, I hope you and everyone like you make a lot of money and have a lot of financial freedom. What's up, PulseNet? Welcome. Oh, sorry, I can't get to all the comments. I got to wrap up here in a minute, but Chad and Bull posting in the chat only. That's right. Bulls basically are Chads. Chads are basically bulls. So either one of those, feel free to bang that keyboard. Get them in the chat. Mr. Donner Swans has arrived in the building. What's up, Tam Tam? Shout out Tam Tam out there creating a lot of value, putting in a lot of work, refusing to lose, from what I've seen on a daily basis for a long time now. So appreciate that. Let's see, it's lost a lot of money to RHMax. You never know. I think I also mentioned that before on the show. I would not be surprised if there is a countersuit from Richard or community members or otherwise to the SEC. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere. It may just be for more, more for show or more for principles based or something too. But I would not be surprised to see that. So is that something to look forward to? I don't know. I think everyone's just like, just make the price go up. I mean, that'd be cool too. We have a lot of opportunities to buy the dips. I got a meme for that one too. It's a great segue there, Gabriel. Where's the one? Been coming across. Been getting a lot of just recommendations. I don't know who is. I guess crypto. That's like one of the downsides of crypto being allowed, advertising and stuff allowed on Twitter, because I've just been like, oh, this new coin launch. I can tell it looks like people just bought a bunch of ads for it. It's like this coordinated effort to shield me some coin. How many times can I hit? This is not relevant. This is not relevant. Mute. This is not relevant. Mute. Oh, it's just like, anyways, we have a lot of opportunities about the dip. With what? Yeah, I thought that was that's one. But anyways, that's a bull only chat. Let's switch back. Switch back to bull. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Now everything's better, right? Another piece I want to share. Everyone concerned about, or interested, I should say, about Ethereum's 330K ETH, not $330,000, 330K ETH, from what I can read here, has been taken off the market in the last 3 days. Whales move while retail panics. ETH about to explode. That's a lot of ETH, and you've been seeing, organizations affiliated with Trump and otherwise buying up the ETH. I think there are a lot of people who are very bullish on ETH. And again, a lot of this price go down. Is it coordinated? Is it conspiracy? Is it just a big buying opportunity for them? Yeah, I think like I said, I don't think anything's changed as far as my my perspective, my mission. Yeah, you all know that. So I'm bullish on the PulseChain, bullish on crypto too. Bullish on probably, I mean, again, a lot of this stuff just seems like noise or things that just need to happen based on the administration's priorities to get the economy in better shape and set up for the long term. But I know they're probably itching to be like, okay, we don't want to. A few months after coming in, we want the price to go up at some point. So, and you got John Jr. talking about shilling ETH and stuff too, going to ETH conference. I mean, is there something I haven't talked about that's bullish? Like, I feel like especially the last 30 days, I have covered extensively a ton of different bullish content. If you're not going to believe at this point, it's just I don't know if it's going to happen. So here's another poll. What would make it easier to onboard people to PulseChain? A lot of people very interested in exchange listings recently. The big man himself talked about reaching out to exchanges. Otherwise, a lot of speculation whether he'll create his own exchange, which was on the list of things to do on that dev list that I've shared before a few times as well. That's now so making its rounds on Twitter too. Will it be a DeFi hybrid? Will it be a place where a lot of people come to put liquidity and on and off ramp, all that stuff too? Seems a lot of people think and are very focused on green candles and exchange listings for PulseChain right now. So that where you're putting your energy? That's where a lot of people seem to be. So yeah, hopefully it will make a big deal, make a big bang. Got a tweet here from Brissology as well. Owning just a SX isn't cool. Owning a bank and a CX is cool. You've been tweeting a lot about, banks deny exchanges deny coins, customers lose twice, competition breeds excellence, customers must be given a choice. It almost sounds like in a Trump way of saying it too, of like, hey, maybe I'll do it. Yeah, I like that one as well. All right, going to wrap up here in a minute. A lot of stuff to cover. Oh, let me put this up here real quick because this is a repost from another creator as well. So this is the list I've talked about before on the channel. You can see on the list of things Richard talked about before. A stable coin from my exchange I'm making. It's like 3 years ago too. So this one, RHMax is 100% transparency, innovation, low fees versus traditional CX. Fee burnt, talking about speculating if most token will be that. The meme coin that Richard may or may not be behind. More liquidity on PulseChain, even margin trading will be the next slide. Can you imagine if there's margin trading for PulseChain on centralized exchange launched by PulseChain devs? Like, it is one of those things. Like, we've been so deep in DeFi for a long time, and it hadn't even crossed my mind that like this kind of product could be an ideal that would come up. But already just talked about it recently and before. So BNB is a top 5 because of the SEC. There's some pretty compelling arguments for an exchange by RH. I'll say that. Pretty compelling as in useful for the ecosystem. Again, everybody wants everyone to use DeFi. We can't make people use DeFi, but if we get them in the ecosystem, at least they have an opportunity. If they never buy the coin, they never have any interest in learning more about the place. So if they can buy the coin in some way, such a centralized way, and then if they want to get more involved in the ecosystem, they have a reason to learn more. If they want to learn more equals make more money, if that's the calculus, for example. And then we can show them about DeFi and how I can literally see a tweet from Richard. I could see the tweet. It's like, it appears a new exchange, PulseChain, has been listed on a new exchange. And it's, what did I did a poll for naming it, Pulse So PulseX, let me see if I can find it. I did the poll. You guys can, shoot, where is it? I gotta go find it. But it was basically, somebody talked about what would you would name the exchange. And one sec. I had an idea. I put mine in there. Apparently a lot of people like that name as well. So it probably won't happen because people liked it so much, and domain may even already be registered and all that stuff too. Okay, so this one. So name the centralized exchange DeFi hybrid on PulseChain if Richard launches one. So somebody, yeah, actually BitHex won. So this was from ODub here. Time for rebrand BitHex. If the, for example, he acquires BitMEX. And then I like PulseX, because it sounds like PulseX, but it's actually probably not as good, because if we didn't have PulseX, it would be. But now, how can you say it? Are you going to start saying PulseX instead of PulseX? Or are you going to say PulseX, which sounds the same as PulseX? Almost the same, right? So it's just, it sounds too similar to something we already have, but I also think it's a good name. Yeah, few people like free money. There's that too, which kind of reminds me of a lot of Richard's sayings and phrases and stuff too. So a lot of cool stuff. A lot of clips being bought. The other day, somebody, I don't think this was 08 related. I think it was just, I think somebody just come in and started hitting the buy button. So I saw this really quick too, and it happened. I happened to be around at the time. 100K clips. Somebody's buying 100K clips of PLS. I'm not sure if it was the same person that bridged in. I think it was the same person that bridged in like 600K DAI and just started buying 100K clips of Pulse with it, accumulating billions and billions of Pulse. So, see, I'm sure like Storyteller had some commentary on that. Yeah, I mean, the bull string, pretty good. Lots of cool bull stuff happening, right? A lot of cool stuff. All right, I'm gonna wrap up here in a minute. Any questions, get them in the chat. No promises, but there's so much stuff. Literally, I'm like, there's so much I could do. I could make the stream an hour and a half and just keep going through. But if you follow me on x.com/RHMaximalist, just the way it sounds, you will find lots of fun stuff that I talk about, and you may enjoy. A lot of bull stuff. A lot of bull stuff on there as well. Last one, about to wrap up. Nobody saw the OA staking coming. Nobody saw ink yield slashing coming. Nobody saw pump.tires coming. You don't know what Richard Hart and the devs are building for PulseChain. I'm pretty sure something is coming. To which, of course, Dipcatcher was like, I saw the OA staking coming and ink slashing coming, but did not see the pump.tires. I think he did make a tweet about OA should reduce yield and stuff like that too. But Dipcatcher, big brain, smart guy. So a lot of fun stuff. All right. I think that's all I got for you today. 39 minutes, just a shade under 40. Are you not entertained with this free content? Bulls only. I think we did it. Today. I think we accomplished it. Appreciate you all. Come over, Corey. Let me leave the link to Corey's channel. I think I'm going to be on that pretty soon. Give me 1 sec. I'll put it in the chat. 1 sec. 1 sec. Did he tweet? Pretty sure he tweeted, didn't he? Oh yeah, here we go. All right, putting this in the chat. Come over there in about an hour, less than an hour. I'm going on PulseChain Times with Triple Dad, Fast Dad Duel, and Corey Costa. So come check that out. And good stuff. Excited to see it. Excited to see you all at the conference and online, and hope everyone's doing well. That is all I got for you today. Scivive and 5555. We are out.